Okay, so let's begin. Good morning, everyone. Okay, let's start off with our usual, just marching on the spot. Okay, so try to have your shoulders relaxed, okay, swinging from the shoulders. Okay, try to stand a little bit taller. Okay, as you breathe out, you can relax your back a little bit, maybe look down slightly. Okay, as you breathe in, do the opposite. Okay, shoulders back. Okay, chest up. Okay, and just keep going a few more times. Okay, and keep our feet moving when possible. Okay, and then side to side, just look left and right a few times. Okay, try to turn a little bit from your shoulders and your spine as well. Okay, and then just the spine and the shoulders. More people in. Okay, see if you can reach further across. Okay, if you don't have any back issues. Okay, and try to see if you can touch the shoulders a little bit more as well. Okay, just be a little gentle with this one. Okay, let's see if you can bend the elbows a little bit, reach up a little through the elbows, reach a little bit high up the back as well. Okay, but just be gentle, especially at the back arm. Okay, and then both arms up the back. I'm just going to take a breath in. Okay, lightly open the chest. Okay, once again, without going into pain. Okay, so you can just contract and relax, breathing in as you bring your chest up and maybe a little forward. Okay, and then just shake it up by opening and closing the chest. And slowly see if you can open the palm a little bit. So point your fingers back, press the palm out to the side, feel a little bit of stretch maybe in the front of the arm. Okay, let's go side to side. Okay, slowly see if you can bring your shoulders and arms a little bit higher, maybe just slightly above the shoulders on both the inside and the outside. Okay, let's go front to back. So I'll just touch shoulders and reach back. Okay, slowly see if you can go a little further back, okay, without slouching forward. Okay, let's go upwards. You can press up to the ceiling. Okay, starting off a little slower. Slowly reach a little bit higher. Okay, once again, open up the palm. Okay, and now let's both arms up. Deep breath in, reach upwards to ceiling. Okay, bring your chest up as well. Okay, feel your mid back muscles engaging a little bit. Okay, to bring everything up. Let's do 3 to 5 times. Okay, and let's roll our shoulders. Okay, try to pull your shoulders back and down. Okay, also a little forward. Okay, upwards just a little bit. Okay, a few times rolling forward. Okay, let's side bend the neck a little bit. If you need a little support, please grab it. Okay, and then you're going to reach towards the floor with both hands. Okay, feel a little bit of stretch on the side of the shoulders. Okay, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, slowly come back. Okay, pause as long as you need to. Okay, when you feel comfortable, then switch to the other side. Okay, so ears up to the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears, reaching towards the floor. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and once again, come back. Okay, and let's rotate your arms. Okay, just a couple rounds per direction. Okay, forward. Okay, out to the side. Okay, reaching out towards. So try to stretch out the arms. Okay, create more space between the shoulders. Sorry, both fingertips. Okay, and one arm inwards. You try to compress your arm or squeeze your arm into your chest a little bit. Okay, feeling your chest muscle tightening a little bit, shoulder muscles a little bit tight as well. Okay, and other arm. Okay, 35 kind of rotations and then switch. Okay, same thing upwards. Okay, reaching up. Okay, maybe a little bit slower, rotating from the shoulder joints. Okay, so not just the elbow, not just the wrist. You try to move the entire arm. Same thing on the other side. Okay, take it as slowly or as gentle as you need to be. Okay, and let's keep the elbows beside the ribs. Okay, just pushing the hands out, you're rotating your arms upwards. Okay, maybe a few times opposite direction, but same idea. So try to push out with your hands while keeping the elbows close to the body. Okay, and then reach into the armpits. Thumbs should be facing back. Okay, and rotate your arm up top and repeat. Okay, try to keep your body, your chest high as well. Okay, and then same thing, just opposite direction. Okay, and then just the wrist. Okay, and then just move all the fingers a little bit. Okay, opening, closing everything together. Okay, just the fingertips. Okay, take it slowly if you have some osteoarthritis in the hands. Maybe a few times side to side. Okay, shake everything else. Okay, onto the lower body. You can stop your feet if you want to. It'll be a little bit easier when your feet are not moving. Okay, and try to just push the hips out in all directions. Okay, slightly different. Let's try to do the same thing with your feet slightly apart front to back. It doesn't have, probably don't have to put it too wide. Okay, a few times in the other direction. Get just a little bit more of a stretch in the front of the back hip. Okay, and just put hip hinge. Okay, so just bending from the hips while keeping everything else relatively straight. Okay, so my back is straight. My knees are relatively straight. A little bend is fine. Okay, but always think of lengthening the spine. Okay, from the tailbone to the top of my head. Okay, similar idea, but bending the knees a little more this time. The knees are above the toes. Okay, my back is in the same shape. Okay, just sitting on a tall bar stool. Okay, just 3 to 5 times. Okay, same thing, feet, but a feet a little wider. Okay, still pushing it right back. Okay, bending one knee this time. Okay, remember to sit backwards. Okay, so your knees should be still behind your toes. Your waist should be closer to your heels. Okay, 3 to 5 times. Side, feeling the stretch. And it's just in the groin, kind of groin area inside the leg. Okay, legs forward and back. Okay, lift the front of the pants up. Drive your hips forward. Okay, if you need some for support, please do so. Okay, try to keep your back heel closer to the ground if you can. Okay, widen your stance to make it easy to balance. Okay, and just switch whenever you're ready. Okay, and also square your hips to the front. Okay, and once again, bring the front of your pants up. Okay, while driving the entire body, your trunk forward. Okay, and let's just circle a little bit. So just you can draw a half circle on one side. Okay, move the draw behind you. Okay, and maybe switch whenever you're ready. Okay, a little high up top. Okay, maybe a little more difficult. So use the chair for support. So bring your knees up. Okay, and then out. Okay, and then opposite, try to drive your feet back, push out the heels back. Okay, imagine you're stepping over something. Okay, just 3 to 5 times. Okay, same thing other side. So maybe front to the side first. Okay, and then back to front. Okay, so try to feel a little bit of squeeze in your butt muscles. Drop your heels back. Okay, and then you're stepping over a big rock. Okay, and then move the knees a little bit more. Slowly see if you can bring your heels a little bit higher up. Okay, just feel the back of your thighs. Working a little bit harder. Okay, and then the ankles. Okay, just rocking front to back. Counterbalance of your body, so be lean forward, lean back slightly. Okay, side to side. A little bit of rotation of the lower body as well. Okay, and see if you can circle your ankles. Okay, and lastly, just move your toes a little bit if you can. Okay, so scratch the floor, lift it up a few times, spread them out a few times. You kind of rotate your big toe a little bit. Okay, and shaking out again. Okay, so let's head into the 10-minute rounds, the 10-minute sets rather. Okay, so take a break at any point you like. Okay, just always go by your own intensity. We just want to be slightly out of breath. So if you feel tired, feel free to slow down. If you want to make it harder for yourself, feel free to go faster as well. Okay, let's slowly pick up the speed. Okay, so try to swing from the shoulders. Okay, first one, let's just do we're going to do the half jumping jack. So that's the one where you just bring your elbow to shoulder height. Okay, and you're going to kick out one leg, try to just tap the floor on either side. Okay, alternating between the two legs. Okay, so side to side movement. Okay, so once again, elbow just maybe to shoulder height. For now, especially if you're going faster. Okay, see if you can slowly reach out a little bit more with the legs. Okay, next one, we're going to go front to back. So you're going to reach a little forward. Once again, maybe elbow just to shoulder height for down. Okay, and you're going to drive one leg back. Okay, see if you can squeeze your butt muscles. Okay, so try to just think of reaching further back with that foot. Okay. Okay, so just arms, whatever level you're comfortable with. Legs, see if you can drive the heel back. If you just squeeze in your butt a little bit more. You can think of creating more distance between your fingertips and your heels as well. Okay, push it in. Okay, next one, I'm going to try to bring the hips forward. Okay, so you have the arms. Once again, maybe elbows to shoulder height. Okay, you're going to lift one knee. You're going to touch it with that both arms. Okay, and then alternating between the two sides. Okay, if you feel comfortable, you can lift the knees a little higher. You can bring your arms slightly higher. So, but you're just going to meet your hands to the knees. Okay, and then separate them. Okay, we want to stay tall. Okay, so don't round your back to get there. See if you can just bring your knees a little bit higher. And back to the marching. Okay, if you feel comfortable, feel free to go faster or slow down. Okay, let's move the arms a little bit more. We're going to add a little bit of rotation. So next round, we're going to stop our feet. Okay, but we're going to just reach side to side. Okay, rotating through the pelvis as well. So your toes should be kind of pointing in the same direction. So start off with your feet kind of pointing out. Okay, and rotate one foot so they all face in the same direction at the end. Okay, probably you can keep looking forward if you get dizzy easily. If you don't get dizzy, you can turn your head side to side as well. Okay, and you pick up your feet again. Okay, you can also just pump your heels. Okay, next one, we're gonna go a little bit more to thighs. Okay, we're gonna stop our feet again. Okay, we're gonna go to mini squat, reaching down. Okay, reaching up, try to get onto your toes a little bit as well. So we're working the calf muscles slightly as well. So you're kind of jumping up. So you're going to reaching down a little bit, up. Okay, so how low you go, just adjust how high as well. If you want, you can go as low as you want, as high as you want. Of course, there'll be a little bit harder. Okay, slowly see if you can lengthen your body up top. Okay, we would combine the up and down with the arms. Okay, so we're going to reach down with one arm, a little bit of rotation. Okay, and then reach up the other. Okay, so your feet are not going to be moving as much as well. Okay, and then alternate between the two directions. Okay, so toes pointing out. Okay, so rotation with kind of a reach. Okay, we can maybe just do one direction for now, and then we'll go the other way the next round. Okay, so once again, instead of rounding your back too much, think of sticking your bum out. Okay, or bending for the hips instead of the spine as much. Okay, next round, we're just going to do the same thing. Okay, just in the other direction. Okay, so once again, toes pointing out slightly. Okay, and just turn your feet or toes in the same direction as your hands. Okay, and slowly start to reach a little further with the shoulders. Okay, once again, create more distance between your heels and your fingertips. Okay, next two rounds, just get used to moving side to side, front to back a little bit. So let's just do a basic march, and then we're going to just actually, I'm going to step kind of side to side. Okay, arms if you feel comfortable. Okay, just swing it side to side. Okay, while moving your feet side to side as well. So easiest would be just take a couple of small steps. Okay, if you feel comfortable, you can do bigger steps. You can go a little faster if you want, or just keep it slow. Okay, slowly see if you can bring your arms a little bit higher up, so it's kind of a half circle. Okay, your feet might have to slow down to match the speed. Okay, next one, let's just go just a basic march, going forward and back. Okay, check behind you just in case. Okay, make sure your floor is not slippery. It's easy to slip if you're going forward and back. So just a basic forward, basic back. Okay, if you want, maybe go up a little bit faster. But just something you're comfortable with. I'm just moving to the side so I'm not always standing, marching in the same spot. Okay, and let's slow down a little bit. Okay, so that was 10 minutes. Okay, we're gonna take more or less a 2-minute break. Okay, but let's slow down our heart rate a little bit first. Keep your feet moving. Okay, even if it's just a little bit. Okay, for the mini cooldown, let's just rotate our body. Okay, so let's get used to turning our entire trunk. Okay, so if you feel comfortable, see if you can turn your head along the body or go as slowly as you need to. Okay, and let's check the time. Right now it's about 9:55. Okay, let's take a 2-minute break. Okay, so let's come back at 9:57. Remember to drink enough fluids if you breathing a little bit harder or just sweat a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to grab some water as well. We are using the big towel again, so if you have one, that would be great. Okay, if not, you can just still follow along with the arms. Okay, so let's slowly get back up to our target kind of pace. Okay, so I just got the towel is length, just folded lengthwise more or less. Okay, so it just adds a little bit of weight to the arms. Okay, also kind of work on a grip strength a little bit as well. Shoulder mobility a little bit as well. Slowly going up back to speed. Okay, first round, just move the hands back and forth, up and down, rather. It's a little bit. Okay, kind of shorten the towel a little bit if you need to. Probably in front of the upper arm. Feel like it's working a little bit harder. Okay, next one, we're just going to do the basic over the head. Okay, so elbows is still more or less shoulder height. Okay, and then you're just going to flip it back out. Okay, so just going back and forth for the next round. Okay, go fast if you want to make it a little bit harder. Okay, and stop your feet if you feel more comfortable that way. Probably easier to manage. Okay, next one, we are going to be stopping our feet a little bit wider, shoulder hip apart. Okay, and you're just going to do almost a bigger motion downwards, more to help really kind of go between your legs, okay, and then you're going to fling it back up again. Okay, so it's the same motion, but this time using your hips a little bit more. Okay, so your feet probably wants to be a little bit apart. Okay, and okay, so you go into mini squat. Okay, you can even try to swing it down a little bit more, like you are trying to throw the towel onto the floor. Okay, and then your hips just kind of get out of the way. Okay, so use your hips. Okay, not just your shoulders. Okay, let's just do more of the same thing, but this time let the rope or the towel go side to side instead of between your legs. Okay, so a little bit of rotation. Okay, so just a slight bend, maybe a little bit slower this time, just because we're rotating the spine slightly as well. Okay, but if you want, you can still try to roll the towel down a little bit harder. Okay, your hands are getting a little tight, of course, you can probably shake it out a little bit. Okay, blood does get trapped in the forearm because it's kind of constantly squeezing. So if you feel like a tightness or in your forearms, you can probably shake it. Probably want to shake it out a little bit. Okay, next one, very similar idea. So we're going to be kind of doing almost like a rotation. So instead of letting it come behind and back, we're going to let it swing around. So it'll be something like this. Okay, and if you can, see if you can add a little bit of side-to-side step. If you want, you can do a deeper lunge if you want to. Okay, or just a small side-to-side step is fine. Always adjust your own intensity. Okay, next one we're just going to do pure side to side. Okay, so feet are not moving again. Okay, once again, have your feet maybe pointed out slightly at the beginning. Okay, as you turn, you're going to turn kind of both toes in the same direction as your towel. Okay, so you're not twisting, over twisting any part. Okay, so my toes are pointing out like this. Okay, and then I just add a turn. Okay, so my toes at the end is the same direction as my hands, it's my nose. If you want, you can a little bit faster, a little bit harder than the trunk muscles, the back muscles. Okay, next one, we are just going to be moving less of the hips. Okay, and you're just going to draw an X in front of you. Okay, just a little bit more with the arms this time. Okay, so you can still draw a small X, so just from shoulder hip range. Okay, or you can do a bigger one if your shoulders are okay with it. Okay, we start off smaller first. Okay, and also slower, but you can also go faster as well. Okay, next one, let's just go, we'll let go one side. Okay, and you're just going to try to swing the rope a little bit faster. Down. Okay, you can use your legs to help a little bit as well. It can be slightly awkward depending on how length your towel. Okay, you can change it side to side a little bit as well if you want part your shoulders getting a little tired. Okay, and kind of last round for this set, just same thing, opposite hand. Okay, always go a little bit slower first. Okay, just on the other side. So, okay, up and down. Go bigger range as well. Once again, you can change which way you are moving the towel. Okay, you can go kind of a circle if you want as well. Can be a little more awkward. Okay, and let's slow back then. Okay, focusing on taking a deeper breath in now. Okay, and a longer breath out. Okay, shake out the shoulders a little bit. Last two, probably a little bit harder on the shoulders. Okay, and let's slow back down a little bit. Okay, for this cool down, let's play around with our vision a little bit. Okay, so let's just try moving side to side. Okay, if you want, maybe have some chairs around or do it beside a wall. Okay, maybe try to see if you can maybe close one eye a little bit. Maybe even try to go to the other eye. Okay, if you feel comfortable, you can see if you can do it both eyes closed. Okay, but only if you feel comfortable. Okay, and let's just try moving your head side to side as well, but keeping our vision or focus on the front. Okay, see how that feels if you move your gaze as well. Okay, once again, if you feel dizzy, stop at any point. Okay, see if you can maybe look in either direction as you still shift side to side. Okay, so we're pretty much training our body to still maintain balance, even if we're looking in different directions, even if our vision change. Okay, our body tends to follow our eyes. So that's why if you walk around looking down to the floor, people who have a slouch back and always gaze towards the floor tends to fall more often actually. So think of good posture, keeping your gaze up as well. Okay, let's take a 2-minute break. Right now it's 10:09, almost 10:10. Okay, so let's come back at 10:12 then. Okay. As usual, start off slower. Okay, if you're tired, you can also still move a little slower. Okay, you don't have to do every single set either. Okay, so this set, let's move the hips a little bit more. But slowly pick up our pace if you feel comfortable. Okay, next round, similar to what we did in the previous one, we're going to kick one leg out. Okay, we're going to reach one hand up. Okay, but this time, see if you can either reach a little further out, okay, or lift the foot a little bit higher up. Okay, so once again, you're trying to almost create more distance between your heel and your fingertips. Okay, if you're kicking a little high up, this side of your hip's going to be a little bit tight. Okay, oops, wrong direction. So are pretty tiring side of the hips. Okay, next one, similar idea. Okay, and then kicking the leg back. Okay, but this time, once again, try to either reach further back or lift the heel up a little bit with a straight leg. Okay, and just one arm, reach in the opposite direction. Okay, but focusing on engaging the glute muscle or the butt muscle. Okay, be careful you're not overarching it back. Okay, I'm really trying to squeeze my bum back, to bring my legs back, okay, and not arch my lower back. Okay, arms, so pretty much whatever you're comfortable with your arms, okay, but try to see if you can bring your heel further backwards. Okay, next one, kind of a single leg balance. Okay, so you're going to be just moving one leg. Okay, you're going to be reaching it back. Okay, and then kicking the knee up a little bit. Okay, and you're just going to repeat on one side. The standing leg is the one that's going to be hard. Just do whatever you need to do to stay balanced. Okay, so look something like this. Or the side. If you feel comfortable, you can go bigger range. Okay, once again, see if you can move the hips instead of kind of slouching down. Okay, next round, we're just going to move the other foot instead. Okay, or you can alternate between the two sides if it's a little too much for one side. Okay, you can always do smaller range, a little bit slower. Okay, so once again, okay, from the side angle. So far, the hips are a little bit tight by now. Okay, next round, let's take it a little easier. We're just going to be standing with our hands up top. Okay, just spending more time with our arms overhead. Okay, how high it is completely up to you. So if your shoulder can't go that high, just keep it lower. Okay, just to go to your own comfort level. You can add a little bit of a rotation if you want to. Okay, but take it easy. Okay, remember you want to have your chest up as well. Okay, so not just your shoulders. Your shoulders can't really come up if your chest is rounded. Okay, next round, we're just going to move, just do the cross step just for practice. Okay, once again, go slower, as slow as you need to. Okay, or even just keep marching on the spot. Okay, but you're going to be bringing one foot slightly behind the other. Okay, if you feel comfortable, you can do a bigger range. Okay, use your arms for balance. Okay, and go as slow as you need to for safety. Okay, so I'm getting a little tired, so I can slow down a little bit. Okay, I might just even choose to just pop my heels. Okay, go by how you feel today. Okay, we shouldn't actually work ourselves hard every single day. Some days we may need a break. Okay, we're gonna do the cross step, but forward this time. Okay, so just gonna tap your foot in front of the other this time. Okay, once again, the arms can be whatever is comfortable for you. Okay, and if you feel comfortable, you can once again reach a little further past the midline. Okay, last 2 minutes. Almost it. Okay, next one, we are going to be almost doing almost a squatting hold. Okay, so we're going to be just squatting down a little bit. Okay, and you're just going to be moving your arms forward. Okay, so if you feel comfortable, add a little bit of a front to back step. Okay, so the squat can be as high as you want or as low as you find comfortable. Okay, we try to open your palm a little bit like a small sumo wrestler. Okay, and almost there. Okay, so that's primarily in front of the legs. Okay, last one, let's just engage your back leg again. Okay, so we're going to be shifting side to side. Okay, but this time just try to keep your heel a little further up. Okay, if you want, you can work on coordination. Do 2 on one side. Okay, so that you balance on that one leg for a little bit longer. Okay, so that was 30 minutes total. Good job, everyone. Not sure if it's just me, but I'm seeing if we have been a little bit harder than before. but still keep moving a little bit until you feel like your breathing rate is back down, your heart rate is coming back down a little bit. So I'm trying to slow down my breathing a little bit more. Okay, just take my time breathing back out. Okay, so let's stretch our wrists a little bit just because we were gripping onto the towel. So just a basic prayer stretch. Okay, so don't just bring your hands down. See if you can actively try to pull your fingers apart. Okay, so you can just feel the back of your hand engaging a little bit. Okay, even though your hands probably wouldn't move. Okay, but you can still feel the back of your hand tightening. Okay, you can also just think of straightening your fingers out. Okay, shake it off. Okay, basic shoulder stretch. Okay, if you still feel your heart rate or your breathing rate is still a little fast, okay, keep moving on your feet a little bit. Okay, switch whenever you're ready. Shake everything out. Okay, let's stretch out our hips, front of the hips and the calves as we usually do. Okay, so just anything that can get your toes higher than your heels. And then try to bring your hips on top of your feet. Okay, switch whenever you feel like it. Okay, and just the front of the hips, just the usual stretch. Okay, just remember you don't want to be arching your back so much. Okay, so bring your belts upwards, your belt buckle upwards, so your pelvis is kind of horizontal or flat. Okay, and just move your hips forward until you feel a stretch in the front of the straight leg. Okay, still try to take a deeper breath in and out. Almost try to breathe into the area that you feel the tightness in. Okay, and switch whenever you want. And just before I forget, so next Tuesday there's no class. I'm off. Okay, so we'll see everyone kind of the week after that. 2 weeks from now. Okay, and just shake your nose again. Okay, if you any area just that is still a little tight, maybe give yourself a massage, stretch out the area a little bit. Okay, so thank you for coming, everyone. Happy Easter if you celebrated. See everyone in this class in 2 weeks. Happy holidays. Take care. Bye. I can't really hear you.